Hey everybody, I'm Liz Trapp. I'm a painter and textile artist in Columbus, Ohio. And this week in my studio, I'm getting ready for 2 shows I have coming up in May. So this is what I'm doing. First, I've been working on this embroidery, and I sort of thought about embroidery and painting as 2 separate things. And this week, I decided to sew them together and kind of see what happens. So here I'm working on sewing this together. I'm trying it out on a really small painting. It's 16 by 16 inches, just to see how it works. And so what I'm doing here is I've sewn on the embroidery, which is the part in the middle with the flowers. There's some beads in it. And now I'm kind of finishing it like I would a painting. So I'm working on painting this little tablecloth pattern with purple and flowers. I always use my own fabric that I design as reference for the patterns in my paintings. And a lot of the other work in my little bit larger show in May, it's a 2-person show, and a lot of that artwork has still life paintings, lots of similar themes, lots of patterns, plants. I have a reoccurring theme of an orange. And so the next thing I've been working on is actually just getting a couple finished paintings ready to show. So this is my messier studio. It's in my basement, so it's not very glamorous, but I can be messy down there and I don't have to worry too much about dripping stuff on the floor. So I'm just putting varnish on the paintings, and I'm doing that to add a little layer of sort of satin finish, and also to kind of help protect the paintings a little bit more. I like to stick fabric and paper, and like paper that I put watercolor on or pencil on or ink, like things that don't usually last super well on canvas. I like to glue those onto my paintings, so the varnish I think is going to help make everything have a little bit smoother finish. So after I varnish those paintings, I'm back to this little guy. I'm going to try to resolve it or finish it up. The last step that I usually do with my paintings is actually paste on my stuff that I like to add. So in this case, it's a lot of little fabric scraps and then some paintings. Like I painted some leaves and flowers on paper. And I like that because the colors look a lot different when it's on paper. It's very smooth. It can be a little bit brighter depending on what colors you're using. So I'm using a gel medium, which is like a type of glue that will last a long time. And so I'm using that to paste down these bits of fabric. All the fabric except that little blue stripe fabric I just put down, I designed and then had printed up, and I like to stick it into my paintings. Here are a couple paper pieces, some leaves. I don't know. I think I probably painted that as a pea pod to begin with, and now it's a leaf in this painting. And yeah, I'm just going to go through and glue everything down. And I really, really fell in love with this painting as I was making it. I'm pretty excited about the fabric and embroidery, like the thread work and the painting all together. There it is. Thanks for checking out my studio this week. Bye.